I am making delicious hot chocolate hazelnut puddings today. They are fantastic for a special supper. You can make them for 2 or for 4 or for 8 people. The great thing about it is that you can make the whole mix up in advance. You could do it in the morning, pop it in the fridge, and then when you're finished your main course, just put the mixture into your ramekins or cups, bake them all for 10 minutes, and voila, they're done. So the first thing we're going to do is melt the dark chocolate. My dark chocolate is melted and it's gorgeous and glossy. I've used 70% cocoa. Now I'm putting that to the side and I'm going to separate my eggs. You need 4 eggs. This makes, we'll say 4 big ones or 6 smaller ones, depending on the servings you want to give. I'm separating 4 eggs, so egg whites into my mixer and then my egg yolks into a bowl that I'm going to whisk some caster sugar into. So I'm whisking my egg yolks with the caster sugar. A nice big whisk, and then I'm going to slowly pour the melted chocolate into the egg yolk mixture. That's the chocolate mixed in with the eggs and the caster sugar. So I've got to do 2 things next. I've got to chop up my hazelnuts. I've got 100 grams of hazelnuts and I'm doing 50 grams finely chopped up, which I'm going to line the cups with. And the other 50 grams are going to go into the actual mixture. And then I've got my egg whites over here, which I'm going to whisk up until they're really stiff. My hazelnuts are chopped and my egg whites are a nice stiff peak. So what we're going to do next is have a little bit of flour, 50 grams, that goes into the chocolate mixture, as does half of these chopped hazelnuts. Now this is optional, so if you're not a fan of hazelnuts, you don't have to put them in. You could put in almonds instead. You could put in a little bit of orange liqueur like Cointreau, or you could put in orange zest into it, or you could put in a little bit of espresso coffee or some brandy or rum, whatever you like really, can go into it. But I love the hazelnuts in it. I love the texture of that crunch in there, it's delicious. So we're just folding in the flour and also the hazelnuts. So we're going to bring all that mixture together and then we're going to add in the egg whites. The chocolate pudding mixture is done and it's delicious and light and fluffy. Now, as I said earlier, you can pop this into the fridge and let it in there for a few hours and then bake it off when you want them. I'm using really beautiful china cups. A lot of people might know that you can actually put china cups into the oven, they don't crack, which is a really fun way of serving a dessert like this. So what I am going to do is I'm going to grease the inside of the cup with softened butter, like that, just a really light scraping of it. And then I'm going to put a little crumb of hazelnuts inside. So what I do is I just pop them in like this, and then I give them a twirl, and they kind of stick to the butter that's there. So I'm just potting up my little cups with hot chocolate pudding. So they've been lined with the butter and the hazelnut. And as I said, I'm using my china cups, but you could use ramekins or you could do 1 large chocolate pudding if you wanted to. Just fill them 2/3 of the way like that, because they will rise because of the egg whites. I'm putting them on a baking tray. My oven is preheated. It only takes 10 minutes, so check them after about 9 minutes. Give them a gentle little press. You want them a little bit soft in the inside so you get that delicious gooey golden moment. It's better that they're undercooked rather than overcooked. Last little bit, so exciting. They're gonna look so gorgeous in these cups. Okay, so they could go into the fridge if I didn't want them straight away, but I want them straight away. So they go into the preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius, that's a fan oven, for 10 minutes. They are baked. They look so gorgeous. Now remember, these are so hot, so you've got to pick them up with a tea towel, but look at that molten chocolate bubbling at the top. They are so good. So I pop them on the, the saucers that the cups come in, and don't they just look divine? Can't wait to chomp into one. Okay, shall we do it together? Okay, come in close so you can have a look at how delicious this delicious molten chocolate moment is. Now they're quite hot, so I'm going to say goodbye now because my face will be covered in chocolate. Please do go and try and make these because they are such a cinch and they are such a gorgeous treat. Happy cooking.